Good morning, my beloved. It is Monday again, 7:30 Central Time. Thank you for watching and thank you for going and subscribing to the Lee Speaks podcast. Really looking forward to this year and just the good things God has in store and even things I'm not sure of that I am looking to the Lord for clarity on. When you go through things, God is with you. I love Isaiah 42, 43 2. I was looking at it this morning and it says, when you go through the waters, I will be with you. When you go through the fires, you'll not be burned. There's so much in that. And I want to just look at it for just a second. Notice he says, when you go through. When you go through the waters, when you go through the fires. He didn't say if you go through, he said when you go through, indicating those things are going to come. It amazes me how we live in a world that somehow believes we can avoid difficulties, we can avoid problems. But if you're breathing, you're going to face trials, you're going to face problems. And even if there was nobody else on the earth, you would have to go through struggles because you have to deal with you. So he says, when you go, there is a part of that we're just not going to get out of. Scripture says, in this life, you shall have tribulations. I don't like that any more than you do, but I love the fact that God doesn't surprise us. He lets us know if we live in this world, if we are breathing, we are going to face some things. And trials are going to work patience, and patience is going to have a maturing work in us when we go through them. You know, I'm amazed at how somehow, even as Christians, we believe if we have enough faith, if we're following God close enough, we won't go through anything. We won't have any difficulties. But everybody who has been a follower of Jesus has gone through things, every last one of them. And you don't have to look very far down the road to find somebody who's gone through more than you, who's hurting more than you. But your trial is your trial, and you're going to go through it. I love the finality of when, because it's going to happen, and the finality of through. We're going to get through it. Nothing is forever. Everything has an expiration date. Everything has a season and a time that it will change, good and bad. That's why you need to enjoy the good times while you have them, because eventually something's going to change and you're going to go through a situation. But if you are going through a difficulty right now, whether it's physical or financial or emotional or relational, if you are going through something, God's purpose is that you would indeed go through it, that you wouldn't be there forever. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. We're not supposed to camp there. We go through it. Some people build a house and just live there. That is not God's intent. God's intent is for you to go through it, for Him to give you grace to overcome, for Him to give you the ability to walk through it. So when you go through whatever it is you're going through in this season, whatever you're going through today, know there is a when and there is a through. When you go through the waters, God is with you. I love that God promises us, you and I, that we are not going to go through that alone. It may feel like you're alone, but you are not alone. The God of the universe is with you. He is helping you walk through it. And when you think He's not there, He's probably carrying you today, whatever trial, this season, whatever testing, God is with you. You are not alone. And He has given you others, if you have eyes to see, who will pray with you, stand with you, agree with you, help you walk it out. So I'm going to end, but I told you all that I'm trying to lose, 8 to 10 pounds by the end of the month. I have lost 4, so I have a very short time to try to lose 6. Cracks me up because people talk about stubborn belly fat. Well, all fat is stubborn. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but I'm going to get there eventually. Might not make it in this month. We shall see. I just want to encourage you. I'm still working on it, still working through it, doing what I need to do. It's not come off as fast as I would like, but it never does. And I want to encourage you, if that was your goal, to keep going. If you didn't make it within the 30 days, keep going till you make it. I am going to get there, and I will get on the scales and show you when I get there and let you know I have been victorious again. I purposed in my heart, Lord establishes my steps. I will get there. Hope I can make it by the end of the month, but I have a very few days to lose a whole lot of weight. Somebody told me I could get rid of 8 pounds of ugly fat, and I said, how? They said, if you cut off your head. I thought that was hilarious. Probably not going to happen. I love y'all so much. Let me say hi to a few folks while I'm looking here. Brother Rick, sure do love you. Karen, bless you. Mike, Trey, you guys are so faithful. Jack, Jimmy, David, Jim, Stuart, Gary, love y'all so much. Look forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget to subscribe.